Man, that song takes me back to middle school. That song was on a Rockin' 80s triple pack CD. Is that what you call it, the triple pack CD? My dad had this Rockin' 80s CD or CDs in his car, and that's all we would listen to on the drive to school. Rockin' 80s. Come On, Feel the Noise from Quiet Riot. Britney Fox, Girls' School. I think there was Naughty Naughty from, I forgot exactly what band, but also The Godfathers. Birth, School, Work, Death. It's Peach's Pit Party. It's Tuesday. Gross, I know. July 21st, 2026. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Last night, we celebrated my friend Bryson's birthday. Him and his girlfriend Charlotte, they bought this cheap TV off of Facebook Marketplace that had these Govee lights on the back. Turns out the TV, paying $50 for a TV, turns out, surprisingly, it wasn't a good TV. They mounted it to the wall. Sure enough, these white lines started to appear. The picture got real bad. I think the TV just died. So luckily now they have a working TV, but they took the Govee lights off the back with the camera and just put that to the side in like a separate bedroom. They offered that to me. I was like, sure, I'll take it. I'll put those Govee lights in the back of my TV, and I put the camera on top. I already had the Govee app on my phone because I have these Govee light bulbs in my second bedroom. It was late last night, too, when I got home. It was like 10:40. So I just, I was shockingly motivated to put the lights on the back of my TV. I was able to get that done fast, also shockingly. And then I tested them out. Turned out great. I turned on the movie that was free to watch on Fandango at Home, Cocaine Bear. Yeah, and then I used the app to adjust the lights to where it sees what's on screen and then matches those colors. Makes watching TV quite a lot of fun, not going to lie. I kind of wanted to turn on John Wick and turn on that scene where he's battling those Russians in the nightclub and all those lights are going off. Make the lights in my room do the exact same. People just see my bedroom window, all these different colors shining out of it. They're like, what on earth is going on in there? I'm watching John Wick, of course. Of course. Anyway, it's Peach's Pit Party. It's also apparently a party in my bedroom with those Govee lights, too. Right here on K-Bear 101. Obviously, the weather has been brutal for those people that say, I want 100 degrees over 32 degrees. This has been your summer, without a doubt. I was reading this East Idaho News article that will finally get some relief expected midweek this week. Now, I don't know if... So, last night, or this morning, I should say, I think I woke up at around like 5:30. I was woken up by... I think the heavy rain outside, because I leave my windows wide open. My place has no AC. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever air is outside, it's coming in. And it's mostly hot air as of late. So my place is like a sauna. But the rain was helpful. But there's nothing worse than when you have your window open and then some pet owner decides to walk like right outside your place and start screaming at their dog. This lady sounded like Roz from Monsters, Inc. She goes, Charlie! Like full-on screaming Charlie over and over and over again. And you think by like the 8th time that you say the dog's name and it's not making any difference, you think it's not going to work, because the definition of insanity is you try doing the same thing over and over again expecting a different result, right? You're just going to look like a fool standing outside repeating the same name over and over and over again. I had to get up, take my CPAP off, shut the window, lock it. I'm sure the lady heard me go, come on, and then just shut the window all dramatically. There was a couple kids playing soccer right outside my place most recently. I felt weird because like typically I'm like shirtless in my apartment. And I have my window open, but my blind's closed. And these kids, you know, typical kids, they're playing soccer. They're having fun. They're screaming. So I just went to go close my window. And the kid was right there, right outside my window, and he saw me peek through, and I'm shirtless. I'm like, this kid does not want to see this. So I quickly just shut the window and run away like some weird hermit. I'm sure that kid was just like, what on earth is wrong with that guy? What did I just see? Some pale monster? Anyway, it's Shinedown now. Yun again on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I feel bad for this group of hikers. They had to be rescued because Google Maps told them, hey, you have a 5-hour hike, a 5-hour estimate for your guys' hike. But no, the trail actually takes 12 to 14 hours. And that just reminded me of every expedition that I take with my friend Matt. You never know what you're going to get yourself into if you decide to go on a hike with Matt. Like, we're expecting some nice trail. We're expecting pretty views. No, he has us go, like, deep in the trenches, deep in the brush, deep in the wilderness. And he has us go for miles upon miles. And then he has the audacity to say, oh, just one more mile. We'll be there soon. Another mile passes. Oh, just another mile. He keeps repeating that cycle till we finally get there and we're all exhausted. He's all into it. Typical Florida man behavior, just able to survive off of nature. He's kind of odd, dude. Like, he will only go to the beach when the sun is scorching, and in Southern California, it's been overcast as of late. Like, they've had cooler weather than here. My dad's like, oh, it's rainy today. I'm like, well, it's 100 and sunny out here. You want to trade? Matt, typical Florida guy, will, like, stand there with his eyes closed and soak in the sun. He's the type of dude you can't take anywhere near the snow. That's his kryptonite. He hates the cold. I myself love when it's like 50 to 60 degrees out. I swear I'm part abominable snowman. You know, I'm that character in Monsters, Inc. going snow cone. I'm that guy. Because I don't care about the cold. The snow does get annoying. The cold doesn't bother me. The cold never bothered me anyway. Skillet on K-Bear 101. I am going to be at a car show this weekend. July 25th, which is Saturday. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is when the car show is going on at Shelley Park, the Wheels for Compassion car show. I will be hanging out there from 11 to 1. There's going to be plenty of cars, motorcycles, trucks. There's going to be vendors there, food trucks as well. The Wheels for Compassion car show. It's hosted by Wackerly Auto Center. They're supporting the hospice of Eastern Idaho. I don't know if I'll be giving away a pair of tickets to a concert in the future. I don't know if I'll just be giving away some K-Bear stickers and Cannonball t-shirts. I just know that I will be there broadcasting live 11 to 1 this Saturday. Shelley Park, the Wheels for Compassion car show. Going down. That's right. Breaking Benjamin now. Something wicked on K-Bear 101. Former NFL running back Le'Veon Bell was so good as a young player that it seemed like he could be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio one day. His career went off the rails, and in a strange twist of fate, Bell ended up in jail, in a jail cell in Canton. He showed up at a shopping mall in the area over the weekend, and cops arrested him on a warrant from Michigan. So Le'Veon Bell did end up in Canton, just not the way he would have preferred, but like most NFL players, he ended up in prison. Last December, the head coach of the University of Michigan football team, is it Sharon or is it Sharon? Sharon Moore was fired because he was cheating on his wife with a Michigan staff member. Oh my. He also trespassed into the home of his mistress and threatened to end himself with 2 butter knives and a pair of scissors. Not a good look. If you need some help, man, 988, that is the number to call, all right? That mess has resulted in more shuffling as the athletic director of the University of Michigan, Ward Manuel, will step down sometime before January. The scandals were just too much for Manuel to survive, so he will also be out of a job too. Again, if you need any help at all, 988, remember that number. The 2026 World Cup is over, thank goodness. But there's still a mess to clean up. At the end of the World Cup final, emotions were hot. Several Argentina players and coaches physically attacked members of Spain's team. Spain ended up winning the game, of course, but there's video of Argentina's Leandro Paredes and Noel Molina hitting Spain's Eric Garcia and Rodri, while Argentina coach Roberto Ayala was also seen apparently striking Dani Olmo FIFA has confirmed that it's reviewing the video to figure whether or not to take further action. I'm sure the word attack is being used loosely. Because with soccer, one little flick to their ear, he assaulted me. Anyway, that does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, I was reading something very briefly here about how seniors over in Singapore, they're learning parkour to help them stay mobile, reduce the risk of dangerous falls, which seems awesome, but it had me thinking of just going to a retirement home here in the area and just taking a few of the residents and have them try vaulting barriers, climbing poles, learning how to land safely. Some of the pictures they show of these seniors over in Singapore, they did this one lady dirty. She's just on the ground or flopping on the ground. You ever see a WWE wrestler hit the ring real hard? They posted this nice, eloquent picture of this man vaulting over a little pole of some sort. He's vaulting over. He looks agile, and then they upload this poor picture of this woman just on the ground taking a bump. You know what? I need this mouse, the Feynman F01 Noctua Edition mouse. It comes with a built-in fan. It cools a gamer's hands while they play. I use the mouse here, and I'm just fine. But the second I go home and it's roasting hot in my apartment because there's no AC, my hand gets all sweaty, my wrist gets even worse, and the mouse pad, I'm sure, is just, I know you would love to hear this, it's just caked with sweat. I might need to get a new mouse pad. It was a cheap one. It was $5, I think, at Walmart or something like that, but it's getting so hot in my place. I might just need one of those portable fans you put around your neck. Not looking forward to standing in a massive crowd this Thursday for Papa Roach Set It Off in Autumn Kings. I might need a cooling towel around me. I was talking to Victor. I'm like, how do I dress for this show? It's going to be outside. Do I put on my safari hat to protect my scalp? Because the sun is going to be out till 10 p.m. Need to put some sunscreen on. Outdoor shows, man. They're for other types of people. I much prefer my shows indoors. Indoors, weather can't get in the way. Nothing can, unless the venue just sucks or the band gets sick. Other than that, weather will never get in the way of an indoor show. But still, only if it's something extreme, like a tornado comes through or something like that. Then clearly the show is not meant to happen. Anyway, this Thursday, looking forward to it still though. Despite the hot weather, despite the potential rain headed our way, the rain will help us cool down. I feel like seeing a band in the rain is actually a lot of fun, especially if it's just dumping rain and you're standing there after a long, hot day and you're just excited to see this band perform and the rain comes down. Papa Roach is doing their thing. It's going to be a fun night this Thursday. If you haven't bought tickets, definitely do so. You do not want a case of FOMO. Good old Motley Crue. It's K-Bear 101 Peaches Pit Party. The Washington Post recently named the 25 most influential works of American culture, which are books, music, art, ideas that shaped society through the decades. The list includes such things as the Star-Spangled Banner, which makes sense, but then also Moby Dick, which, have I read the book? Was I forced to read the book in high school? No. I'm so glad. Actually, you know what? I would have rather read that book than the horrible book known as The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Man, that book sucked. Levi's Jeans also made the 25 most influential works of American culture. And Mickey Mouse as well. Also making the list from the 1990s. The video game Doom. That right there is definitely influential. Groundbreaking because it defined the new medium of video games for generations to come, blew people away with stuff they had never seen, including creative and technical breakthroughs. I listen to Alex Terrible's BFG Division cover all the time to get me pumped up for my walks, get my steps in. It's so much fun. You imagine yourself as Doomslayer You got Alex Terrible screaming in your ear. It's quite nice. Maybe I'll play that now. I'll replace this next track and play BFG Division from Alex Terrible here on K-Barrel 101. Okay, so as the week progresses, more and more of The Office, more and more people here in The Office are not going to be here. You got Josh and Chantel leaving after today to go down to Salt Lake City to go see Jimmy Eat World with Motion City soundtrack. Who else is on there? Illuminati Hot Pies? What is that? Hot Top. No, Illuminati Hotties. Sorry, the font was real small. It was like a vision test in here trying to figure out who's opening up for Jimmy Eat World, the Sandy Amphitheater. They're performing there tonight and tomorrow. What's odd is that they had the first show planned for tomorrow, but then that show sold out real fast. So they said, you know what? We'll do a second date at the Sandy Amphitheater. I believe it is the anniversary of their Bleed American album, which has The Middle. And Josh, of course, from Classy 97, he's one of those people that goes, that's not even their best song. There's so many other better deep cuts. Jade and Jeff, the J&J show, they're going to be making their way down to Salt Lake City on Thursday for Story of the Year in Silverstein. Silverstein is one of those bands I've been dying to see. I talked with Shane, the vocalist, and he's super, super nice. And their last two albums, phenomenal. Story of the Year in Silverstein at the Complex, July 23rd. Of course, Victor and I, and Maddie as well, from down the hall, will be at Papa Roach, Set It Off, Autumn Kings, the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. I think Maddie is going to be going to 3 different concerts in the span of a week. She's going to be going to Papa Roach, obviously. Then she's got Evanescence this Saturday at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. And then the Goo Goo Dolls with Neon Trees, July 29th. Again, all these shows on the concert calendar. There were a few announced today that I need to add on there. riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Or if you want to just use the shortcut via the K-Barrel 101 app, there's that there for you as well. Open up the menu on the app, click on concert calendar. It'll take you directly to it. Okay, what's weird is that I'm seeing 2 different stories here about 2 different dudes trying to say they're both time travelers. One of them says he's from the year 2118. This one's claiming to be a time traveler from the year 2045. And he says the world will gain definitive proof that aliens exist. Cash will be extinct. The U.S. will no longer be a country within the next 4 years. Obviously, this dude is just trying his best for clicks and comments. Clicks, likes, and comments. That's all that he's trying to get. He calls himself Adam Archin. The mysterious man claimed that technology to travel in time will become publicly accessible in 2 years in 2028. Yeah, right. The same year, he said, extraterrestrials land on Earth and end decades of secrecy by governments worldwide. I mean, you can go to ChatGPT right now and say, hey, give me a script. Pretend you're a time traveler from whatever year. You know what? Let's do that right now. Pretend you're a time traveler from 2076 and tell me some outlandish things that have happened and you're warning people from that live in 2026. Let's see what this has to say. Transmission recovered year 2076, temporal breach 44A. You have exactly 50 years before everything gets weird. I'm only allowed to tell you enough to alter probability by 0.03%. And then it goes on. So it's just making these dumb things up, like stop laughing at the capybaras. There will be a capybara uprising in 2059. They're going to go against the humans. Nobody expects the great Costco incident. Whatever. These people need to lay off the drugs and stop posting this stuff for clicks. Here's Hollywood Undead, Feels Like Home on K-Bear 101. I love how there's a term for this. You know what? I'm still logged into my Z103 profile, so I'll play a Z103 music bed behind me. Who cares? For some reason, they're talking about empty weekends. If you feel like you need a weekend to recover from your weekend, you're not alone. A growing trend called the empty weekend encourages people to have at least one weekend a month completely unscheduled. No parties, no errands, no packed social calendar. Fans say a plan-free weekend helps reduce stress, recharge your batteries, leaves room for whatever sounds good in the moment. What do you mean, like, that's not something that people already do? Like, those are all my weekends, empty weekends. I wake up whenever. I go to the gym when I want to, when I'm ready for it. I do my errands that I need to do, which, I mean, for the most part, my errands are like, do I even have errands on the weekends? No, not really. Sometimes, if I feel like getting out of my crappy apartment, I'll go to Target or something and go look at lights and be like, all right, I can't afford anything here, and then I just go and leave, and that's it. I'll go back home and play on my computer or nap. That's my empty weekend. 52 weeks in a year, all 52 of them have empty weekends. Skillet on K-Bear 101. They're going to be at the Union October 3rd. That's on our concert calendar, riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I tried keeping track of all the tours that got announced today. I was so upset. I've been wanting to see Trivium live for the longest time. And they were teasing this tour yesterday saying, hey, follow the thread, text tour to this number. And then they announced the Crown in the Grave tour. They'll hit the road with In Flames, Orbit Culture, Fit for an Autopsy, and Frozen Soul. Imagine that lineup. Obviously, it's not all together. Like some dates have Orbit Culture, other dates have Fit for an Autopsy, but still, no bad bands. Oh, somebody commented, man, no Idaho or Utah. Boo. I'll give that comment a nice like there. Yeah, because it goes from Vancouver to Seattle to Reno to Denver to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Completely skips over us. But Suicide Silence, they're going to be in Salt Lake City, or I'm sorry, not Salt Lake, Boise, December 6th with Emer, Angel Maker, Synestia. That's a heavy show. Demon Hunter going to be in Boise as well, October 23rd. So this summer is not looking all that packed, but the fall is going crazy. Like October through December, take a look at our concert calendar, riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar, or use the shortcut via the K-Bear 101 app. I felt like I was committing a crime yesterday. Oh, whoops, I'm logged into my Z103 profile still, so here's another Z103 music bed, because why not? I felt like I committed a crime yesterday because I celebrated my friend Bryson's birthday, and of course, with the birthday comes cake, and his girlfriend Charlotte made this awesome, delicious cake, and I had to have a slice of it. I'm like, sure, why not? It's your birthday after all. Just means now I'll have to walk extra far tonight, you know, instead of 10,000 steps, get 20,000. Do 5 laps around the Greenbelt. Walk until I can't no more. You know, treat the Greenbelt as if it's like the movie The Lawn Walk. All because I had a piece of cake last night. I'm trying to lose the weight. Dang it. That's right. Oh, man. It sucks being on a diet, but also at the same time, anytime I have like junk food now, it doesn't feel good at all. Got cake last night, though, for the first time in forever. It was nice to... Maybe cake just tastes that much better because I haven't had it in a while. It could have been the worst cake ever, but since I haven't had it in forever, maybe it was better because of that. Okay, I think the seniors are going to be mad with this one, but I saw this posted, an unpopular opinion, and I 100% agree that senior discounts should not be a thing. Seniors are by far the wealthiest segment of society, is what this poster writes. They hold more wealth than any other demographic, receive guaranteed income from the government, and have guaranteed health care coverage. Younger people and families don't have those same benefits and need the financial assistance far more than seniors do. Businesses should instead give discounts to families and students who have far less money than seniors do. So let's go ahead and see what the comments say. Hope you have you never heard an old person say, I'm on a fixed income? Not all old people are rich, but most old people are too frail to work anymore. I mean, there's that, but also like there should be discounts for people starting out on life. Someone said, my dude, the seniors that use those discounts aren't the ones hoarding the wealth. You know what? That's also the case, too. There's a lot of people, I believe older people on Reddit going against this guy. Are you senile? There are lots of elderly people that barely come by, which is also definitely true. But again, there should be some kind of discount for people just starting out in life, you know, trying to get their stuff together, trying to, get afloat. maybe. I don't know. Here's From Ashes to New, Die For You on K-Bear 101. And here we go with today's What the Headline. And heck, I'm still logged into my Z103 profile, so why not use one of the music beds we used for that show to talk about this man from Arizona now behind bars in Colorado after deputies say he broke into a moving freight train, rode on top of it just completely naked. Daniel Ray Balance of Quartzsite, Arizona, allegedly smashed a locomotive window, climbed aboard a Union Pacific train, and then surfed on the roof as it traveled through Colorado. Witnesses called 911 after spotting the nude man riding the train, blowing the horn to get attention as well. Wait, was he blowing the horn on top of the train? How so? What? Deputies say he also exposed himself to people watching from the ground. You know what? If there was a train traveling through town and there was just a naked man on top, I wouldn't be like, 911, I just saw a naked man. I'd just be like, you know what? Not my problem. Not my train. That is today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. Sleep Theory on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I was just having a conversation with my buddy Dan about Sleep Theory. Was it Dan or was it Brandon? I think it was Brandon. Never mind about Dan. It was with Brandon, and he was talking about how he likes Sleep Theory, but he's so tired of hearing them pop up in all these different playlists because he lives out in Texas, I believe. I'm like, dude, you should listen to K-Bear. We play plenty of all these different rock and metal songs throughout the day. And of course, we play Sleep Theory, but you can always request a different song if you'd like, that kind of thing. And I was like, if I was in a band, I would love for my stuff to be, quote, overplayed on the radio. You know, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, Audio Slave, Soundgarden, all those bands from the 90s, all the big bands, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, all those bands are definitely overplayed. Would I hate it if I was in that band myself? Absolutely not. That means tons of people know your songs. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? You pour your heart into a song and then sure enough, the crowd is singing it back to you. Some people are even crying because they can relate to the song so much. That would be so cool as an artist. I mean, I get excited when people come up to me at a remote or they come up to me at a concert, wherever they see me, even the store, and they just like talk to me about what I said on the show. There was a friend of mine that walked up to me and was like, hey, I heard you on the air say that you hate Lunchables. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I hate Lunchables? Where did you hear that from? You must have misheard me because I was like, hate Lunchables? How can anyone hate Lunchables? Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.